So today I wanted to re-record an audio I made not even like 2 days ago about Dakota Kai, because in that audio I didn't really rip into her as much as I should have, because I was talking about her, and then I mentioned the tournament and this and that. I'll mention the tournament again in this video, but I wanted to more or less go over her abilities or lack thereof. So we're going to be talking about that now. So first off, Dakota Kai is not good in the ring. I'm sick and tired of people being like, oh, just because they can do moves in the ring means that they're good. Her in-ring psychology is dog shit. She's another one of those people who really doesn't sell moves. All she does is flips and kicks. I mean, it's the same shit you've seen in the ring from Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Tegan Knox. It's the same shit that you've seen for years. You can even throw Indy Hartwell in there, Candice LeRae. It's that same NXT black and gold, flip and kick, indie bullshit fucking moveset that nobody gives a fuck about outside of the IWC. I mean, seriously, how many fucking talents are you going to see do the same moveset for you to be like, can we have some originality here? And I've heard some arguments, but Dakota's kicks look fucking amazing. They look like dog shit. Any MMA or UFC person, if they were going to come in and critique what the fuck they see in the WWE, they would laugh in your fucking face. Even I'm trained in boxing and kickboxing. Those kicks look like shit. They don't look real. They don't look devastating. They don't look legit is the main word. When you're a wrestler, you're trying to make your moves look as real as possible, but they need to be as safe as possible. That's the problem. And sometimes with her kicks, they look a little too real and they look rough. They look stiff. That's not how they need to look. You need to know how to fucking work in the ring, and Dakota Kai doesn't know how to work in the ring for shit. Next up, she has no fucking charisma. This bitch is a charisma void. Every time she talks or is in a segment, I don't see this great acting ability that the fucking IWC and the Smarks are talking about. Where is this next level acting that I've heard so much about with Dakota Kai? Where is this next level acting I've heard about when she was in Damage Control? There is no next level acting because she is a dog shit actor and has no charisma. When she picks up a mic, usually when you listen to a promo, you need to believe what the fuck they're saying. Dakota Kai is like this soft-spoken girl, and you're not convinced about what the fuck she says because she's a dog shit promo, and she has no charisma. This is something that I fail to understand. What is the point of the Performance Center if you have talents like this going up to the main roster and stinking up the joint? Seriously, what the fuck, Triple H? I swear, all it is with Triple H is NXT Black and Gold, Indie Darlings. We got to get them up to the main roster because they paid their dues. Well, guess what, Hunter? The problem is half these fucking talents you're bringing up to the Performance Center and then to NXT and then to the main roster, they don't have the fucking talent. They're green as fuck. They're not ready. Mind you, these are people that have been on the indies. Like, I don't know Dakota Kai's story like that, but I believe she was on the indies. If I was wrong, correct me. So another indie darling, and even if she wasn't in the indies, she was in NXT Black and Gold, did nothing of sort, I don't believe she was ever NXT Women's Champion. So even on the totem pole of indie darlings, she was never a main concern for him. Yeah, she was on the show every week. Yeah, she won the tag team titles or whatever, but she was never like, this is Triple H's definitive favorite talent, because that would go to Rhea Ripley. Fuck, even Raquel Rodriguez was over her. But next up, she's not attractive. Like, I'm gonna be that guy. Look, I'm straight, I'm a man, I know what I want. But when I look at Dakota Kai, I'm just like, okay, she's okay. She's all right. She's not overly attractive. She's not ugly. She's like, I guess, in the middle. I mean, when you look at her, no tits, no ass. Her body looks weird. I mean, this is somebody we're supposed to push to the main event. When I look at main event women, you gotta have fucking mic skills, charisma, a character, and you gotta be sexy. Like, Dakota Kai is not sexy. I don't know why people goon over her. Out of everyone on the roster, like, I can understand why people goon to Rhea Ripley, or why people would goon to fucking even Raquel Rodriguez, but Dakota Kai, you're gooning to her, that's fucking crazy. Another thing is, she doesn't use her sexuality. I hate to be that guy, but to get over, for people to actually give a fuck about you in women's wrestling, you gotta show some skin, bro. You gotta do sexy shit. You gotta do stuff outside of, hey, look at my work rate. Nobody gives a fuck about women's work rate. And for everyone that says they are, or that they do, you're a fucking liar. Because back in the day, nobody gave a fuck about Trish Stratus's work rate. Nobody cared about Mickie James's work rate. All they cared about When Mickie James and Trish Stratus had that WrestleMania match, all they cared about was their bodies. They didn't give a fuck about if they could do a top rope move or if they could last 20 minutes in a ring. Nobody gave a fuck about that. So I don't understand why now we have to pretend like Dakota Kai and most of the women on the roster, the only reason we give a fuck about them is because of the moves that they do in the ring. That is false. For everybody that says they do, you're a fucking liar. Because even when I was a kid, I didn't care about fucking women's work rate, bro. And when you're a teenager, when you're a teenage male, you don't give a fuck about no women's work rate. You're watching it to see an attractive woman. That's the whole point of women's wrestling. And I know some jackass in the comments is going to be like, oh, well, we've evolved past that. Well, the advertisers and fucking sponsors haven't moved past that. The casual fans haven't moved past that. UFC fans haven't moved past that. So what are you fucking talking about? Nobody gives a fuck about women's work rate. And even if you care about women's work rate, you're over fantasizing about Dakota Kai's work rate? I'm going to name some people that are better in the ring than her. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria, Bianca Belair. Who else we got? Even Candice LeRae. Nia Jax is better in the ring. So, even if you're looking for a technical work rate chick, Dakota Kai's the best you got? Come on now. Next up, she fucking sucks as a heel and babyface. When you look at Dakota Kai, when you looked at her heel turn in NXT, was anybody like, wow, this bitch is crazy? Hell no. Because all she did was come out in like a baseball-looking jersey with Raquel Rodriguez, and she didn't do nothing crazy. She didn't beat up people halfway to death. She didn't show up at people's houses. She didn't fucking destroy the NXT locker room. So what was so great about her heel work? And then in Damage Control, it's the same fucking bullshit. No, Damage Control was just a faction that was thrown together, and for some reason Dakota Kai's here. Wow. Dakota Kai needed something to do, so let's put her in a faction that she doesn't even need to be fucking in. Damage Control could have been Bayley and Io Sky. You're not losing much with Dakota Kai in that group. You're really not. I mean, all three of them are dog shit, but taking Dakota Kai out, it's like, oh, okay, we're just losing a body. Who cares? Kairi Sane could have fit. And even if you want to say Dakota deserves a spot on the roster, why? It's not because of her work rate, because like I said, you got better technical work rate girls on that roster. It's not because of her looks. Like I said, you got better looking girls on the roster. It's not because of her character work. She has no character work. It's not because of her fucking charisma. She's a charismatic void on the microphone. So what is the point of having her here? It's either you go down to the Performance Center and completely overhaul your career for like a year or two and then come back, or you're done. What's the point of having her here? There has been no growth with Dakota Kai. It's been nothing but regression. And now we could talk about the tournament. She's in the women's IC title tournament. You already know she's winning that shit. Because Triple H listens to the people on the internet. Does he want Dakota Kai to win? Probably not. I mean, Ivy Niles in that fucking tournament. You got, who else is in that tournament? A bunch of muscle chicks are in there. Alba Fire's in that tournament. You're really thinking that Dakota Kai is his favorite to win that? Of course not. But he's going to listen to the internet because I'm going to listen to the internet. You know, stroke my ego because no matter what I do, they're going to fucking jack me off anyway. That's the problem, jackass. Is that if I was Triple H right now, I would look at Dakota Kai and be like, listen here, you're not over. You're not charismatic. You have no mic skills. You're dog shit in the ring. This, that, and the third. I'm sending your ass to the fucking Performance Center. And I'm not calling you until I hear some real progress with you. But with Dakota Kai, you're not going to get that progress. And even if she went to the fucking Performance Center, do you know what those coaches are really only going to be focusing on? In-ring. That's all they fucking care about. They don't care about promos, your charisma, your character work. They don't care about none of that shit. All they care about is your in-ring work. So they would send her back up. Oh, Triple H, she's really good in the ring. We don't need her here. Bullshit. Like I said, you got better in-ring workers. Even on the male side, Roman Reigns is a better in-ring worker. Dominic Mysterio is a better in-ring worker. Even Gunther, as much as I hate Gunther and how boring he is, he's a better worker than Dakota Kai. So, in my opinion, it's either you send her ass to the fucking Performance Center for like a year or two to get better, and actually monitor her to make sure she does get better, or she's cut. Like, I'm gonna be real, if I was in charge, she's cut. How many fucking chances has she gotten? How many years has she been with the WWE? I'm shocked with the initial cut, she wasn't cut. Was she? I don't know if she was cut or not, but if they brought her back, why? So that was the Dakota Kai teardown. I know it was all over the place, but there was a lot to talk about, and I don't follow a structure of my videos at all. But yeah, if you enjoyed, do what you need to do. This is PRW. Peace out.